Well, here we are, September. So now it's time for the monthly check-in to Forex Trendy. The last one I did was for July 2018. This was posted July 21st. So when we go through it, I'll look at the ones for July 21st and on to the 22nd and on. So let's see what we're looking at here. These are May, June. This is 2017, 2018. So we have actually one in the pound against the Swiss franc. September 1st, so it just happened. So let's take a look at it. It's on a weekly chart. And if you've ever traded a weekly chart, these things can take a long time to play out. So it was a breakout 1.2676, and right now we're at, where are we here? Let me bring up, this is really tight. So let me bring up another chart here. So let's take a look at this. This is a daily chart here. I put it on the weekly, but this is so you can see the price action here. So the breakout was 2676. 2676. So it's right about here is the breakout off the weekly chart. Remember, this is a daily chart. So already it's down about 200 pips. That's actually pretty good. And you can see here what it looks like on the weekly chart. So this trade is doing quite well. And like I said, it's September 1st it broke, and we're looking at September 4th right now, so up over 200 pips. Can't argue with that. Let's go back over here. This is August 6th. Let's take a look at this. This is a pound Japanese yen daily chart, sell, break. We're looking right in through here. 06. Let me just make sure we got the right date here. I don't want to give you the... Oh, it's right here. So the price was 144.55 up in here. Price just plummeted here to 140. So nice trade. And you got down your targets here. Your second target was right here, and then price retraced right back up again. Very good trade here. You can't argue with this one. And if you just took the second profit target here, you're up over 300 pips on this trade. And if you're managing this trade, whatever you're using for a trailing stop, probably when you saw this little bulky price action right here, the range, you might have tightened your stop up a little bit tighter. But regardless, nice trade here, and this trade would be finished. Have one here right at the end of August. Let's take a look at this one. Let's give it a second to load here. Had my internet connection drop off there, which is always annoying. Anyways, this is August 30th. We're looking at a pound against the New Zealand dollar. Triangle buy signal at 95. And price got up as high as 96.21. You didn't hit your targets yet, but we're still basing after the breakout. This is generally bullish when you get these momentum moves, and then you get consolidation on the up near the highs. But just keep in mind we're over here as well. And if I was in this trade, which I am not, my stop would probably just be up in this area right here. I would like to see this take off, actually. September 4th. Oh, buy signal on the U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar. And the Canadian dollar had some strength in the last little while, so it's good. I'm in Canada, and I have U.S. funds, so I like to see these kind of moves. Anyways, there's a break at 30.95, and that happened today, which is kind of cool. And price has gotten as high as 32.04. So that's actually a really good move. And your first target is at 33.85, which is up in this area here. You could certainly use these targets, but I'd be mindful of any swings in the way. And this is a momentum move up. So another great trade that just happened today. And if you had this set up and the alerts were sent to your phone or however you're using it, you'd have a nice little one-day trade going on so far. This is back in August 21st. It was a bear flag, sorry, a flag, a bull flag, and it broke out in this area right here. You can see it. And 84.69, first target was 86.28. We certainly got past that. We didn't get to the second one, but overall you got in at 84.69, let's say 84.70, all the way up to 86.70 almost, right? You wouldn't have got all that move, but that's quite a few pips there. That's 300 pips. United States dollar against the Swedish krone. Falling wedge. Buy signal. Break. 9.1317. That happened 29th. So that's just over this area here. This is 28th. But it would have to be in this way here. Yeah, right here, this great big green candle. Broke up with momentum. I'd like to see that happen. This trade just kind of fell apart. So this one didn't do a whole lot. And if anything, you wouldn't have got a whole lot of room to manage this trade. But this is another thing as well. You know, if you consider these things as breakouts, and we just look at this area right here as a resistance area, this basically is a breakout and a pullback. Now, this kind of price action against a pullback is not a big concern. And those people that say, well, the trade should never come back inside of the range that it broke out from, that's not necessarily true. So that's why traders who put their stops just underneath here get taken out, because they don't understand the market's going to do what it's going to do. Right? And if you think of how you got out of this market, especially if you're looking at stocks or futures, more so for stocks, it's easier to quantify that. But someone is selling you it. So if price pulls back, right, that's just an opportunity for them to get rid of some more of it. So just keep that in mind as well. And then, you know, this is where you'd want to get concerned. Once we couldn't put in these higher highs over here, you'd want to get out of this trade. All right, so you could end this trade for a small win, and you certainly wouldn't want to be holding it here. New Zealand dollar, and in the month break at 66.71 right here, and the first target was at 65.44. We certainly got that. We just got that. Another good trade, you know. Can't argue with these. This is turning out pretty good. And it's good because if you look at my last video, we were going through some not such great time. So look at my last video that I put up about this. Aussie against the New Zealand dollar, flag buy signal break, 1.0941, and in the month. Like, so these are all tradable, okay? And that's right here. And again, remember I spoke about earlier that if you get basing the top of momentum moves like you do here, that's generally bullish, and it's bearish if it's the opposite. Break at 10941. First target is 1174. We don't quite get it. That's way up here, right? You'd want to just, again, keep in mind these levels here. Now, keep in mind also that, you know, support and resistance breaks all the time. So you'd want to more or less monitor price action. Perhaps you want to use an ATR stop. So what you could do is simply on this breakout, you want to know what your stop should be. Bring up an ATR, you know, 14 period, 20 period. How many pips away is that? And use that as your trailing stop as this price goes upwards. You could do that as well. Just another thing you can check out. Aussie yen, sell 81.17, and another one just plummets to the downside. And 79.53. Oh, we got this target. Didn't quite get that target, but again, look where we came into, right? This low here, watch what the price does. These little failure tests of lows right here, when I see that kind of stuff happen, my stop would have been right in this area right here. I'm not saying that in hindsight, that's just common sense. Big momentum move down, right? A small pullback, some basing, pulls back down through here, breaks the support level, is immediately bought back up. Or we could say sold back up, depending on which pair you're looking at here. And what I mean by that is if I was long the Japanese yen, this move would be going down. So if I was no longer long the Japanese yen, I'd have to sell the Japanese yen to get out of it. So your stop would be in here. So there's no reason why you wouldn't have eked out some pips here. So again, that's pretty much it. Again, you can also, and I say again a couple of times there because I've repeated this almost every video. Here's all the settings here. Charts, reliability, how many charts, completed patterns per time frame. You have all the pairs that you want to use. I use the 4-hour, daily, and 1 hour. Here's your alerts that you can use. All right. And that's pretty much it. So, you know what? Sign up. Take it for a spin. We're going to have some rough times. And you look at my last video, and I'm not sugarcoating anything, right? I'm not, changing things on the fly. Check that last video. I'm using exactly what shows up in here. All right, nothing more. All right, thanks for watching.